we've got the lamb onto the spit, and here we've just done a little adjustment because I remembered that when our spit runs, it tends to almost screw the bar off these holders. So I've just taken one of the spikes and just put it here. That kind of stops it going down and running off the spit. So the main aim here is just to check how balanced it was. So what we've got here, we've got our setup with our wiper motor and our inner tube. And the whole theory is, by going from a small cog to a big cog, we're going to get a slow rotation. So that just hooks around there. Down here we've got just a standard battery charger, and this is just clipping onto our wiper motor. And as you can see, it's a real slow rotation. So this slow rotation is going to give us a better cooking later on. So this is the basic setup. I'm just testing the balance of the lamb. So I was a bit worried because we haven't got our U-bolts on the back. And it's fairly well balanced. We might have a slight drop. So we're just checking the rotation, and we'll do one whole rotation. It does look fairly balanced, which is quite lucky. There's the slight drop there. So we'll have a think about how we can adapt that. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to light the fire, let the fire burn down. So we'll take the lamb off, light a good fire. I'm just going to start with some untreated offcuts, and then we'll use some native hardwood timber. So in here we've got a little mixture which we're going to inject into the legs. So it's salt, pepper, olive oil, lemon juice, and I've put a bit of ras al hanout just to give it a bit of extra flavour. We're kind of doing this instead of like putting slits in and putting garlic and salt. This is just easier, and we found that this keeps the meat really nice and moist and well flavoured throughout the cooking process. So basically just into all the deeper cracks of meat. And this is also going to be our basting marinade. So I just into the legs mainly, and it just really going to keep it lovely and moist. So we've got our rosemary basting brush. I'm just going to give it a little bit more at the beginning. So we'll keep it on the high setting for at least a couple of hours, just to let the inner cavity of the lamb warm up and to let some of that fat render out of the lamb. So when you're cooking over wood rather than like briquettes or charcoal, a good way to see if it's the right temperature is to hold your hand pretty much under the animal, and if you can count to 10 to 15, then it's the ideal heat. Now this feels a bit hot at the moment, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, that's probably a bit hot. But we'll just start it off, and it will cool down quite quickly because we've got a bit of a breeze going through here. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So about 3 hours into our 5-hour cook, as you can see, browning up quite well. We've had to settle the fire down a few times because we had a few flare-ups, as I think this is quite a fatty lamb, but it's looking really good. That lamb crackling, oh yeah, that is looking good.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that. Yeah.